and entrusted their loyalty, and entrusted their future, and entrusted their progress and their development into the hands of the People's Democratic Party in Nigeria. And so far, the PDP in Nigeria has not in any way disappointed Nigerians. That is why we want to congratulate the leaders of TAN and all the coordinators across the 36 states of the Federation and our dear brother Ifeanyi Ubah and his team for doing a wonderful job of mobilizing Nigerians, those who do not have voice but are prepared to speak with their votes, those who do not have access to television, to newspapers, but are waiting at home with their votes to support good governance in this country. So I congratulate TAN for what they are doing. Why are you supporting the president? You know the reasons are numerous. For us in the PDP Governors Forum, we are practitioners of democracy. We are leaders in our own right, and we know how difficult it is to lead. We know the difficulty of being able to lead people. You can imagine in some of our states, the population will not be more than 5 million, but the legion of problems are more than 50 million. And so we went through serious constraints day in, day out to provide the needed governance for Nigerians. You can now imagine what the president of this country is going through at a difficult period like this, when a lot of Nigerians, some of them politicians of note, vow in this country that they will put barricades in his way, they will put blockades in his way to ensure that he does not succeed. But to God's glory, because God is greater than man, President Goodluck Jonathan has risen above the storm. He has risen above the storm. That in spite of all distractions, in spite of all efforts by man, God has continued to lead him. He has provided stability to Nigeria. He has brought about the needed transformation in all sectors of our economy. Been able to touch the educational sector. The first president in Nigeria to establish more than 12 universities. He has put in up to 10 universities in the northern parts of this country. He has established up to 320 Al-Majiri schools. He has ensured that no child in Nigeria is left behind, particularly the children of the northeastern part of this country, where we have had a lot of security challenges. You can know that the secret of success to insecurity is education. This is why we applaud Mr. President. And this collectively, today, Nigerians can drive into the filling station without fuel queue. I was in Lagos, and I know what I went through for 18 years. Even during the military era, it was difficult for a president to make fuel available for Nigerians at the filling stations. We were buying petrol at 300 naira per liter. But today, Nigerians do not see that. Something very intangible. But he has made that possible. So I congratulate my sister, the Minister of Petroleum. They say what a man can do, a woman can do even better. She has been able to pilot the affairs of the Petroleum Ministry in a way that today local content is no longer a newspaper discussion. It's now a reality. Today, we can drive into filling stations and purchase fuel without problem. Our job is to reassure Nigerians, the mass supporters of TAN, the 12.7 million Nigerians who have registered for TAN, and the more than 50 million Nigerians who are still waiting to register, that you are registering for a good cause. You are registering for a good cause. The name Goodluck Jonathan stands for good governance. You know, there were people who tried to use the newspaper to confuse Nigerians. But we, the governors, assessed the president. We evaluated him. We looked at the agricultural transformation. We looked at the transformation in the power sector. We looked at the transformation in the educational sector. We looked at the petroleum sector. We looked at even mass empowerment. We looked at the gender sensitivity of the president. And we came to a conclusion that there was need for continuity. There was need for continuity. And for the first time since 1960, the PDP governors came together under one umbrella and endorsed Goodluck Ebele for a second term in office.
There is no vacancy in Asura.
Goodluck Jonathan for a second term in office. And the message was clear. Mr. President, we applaud your efforts. Mr. President, we have confidence in your ability. Mr. President, in spite of distractions, you are doing well. And Mr. President, a good first term deserves a second term. And as governors, we know how difficult it is to complete your initiative, to complete your concept, to complete your project in just 4 years. So we cannot deceive ourselves in saying that the president does not deserve a second term. We want peace for Nigeria. On a selfish note, let me thank the good people of this country, the delegates of TAN, and all Nigerians for supporting a South-South man to go for a second term in office. Because as I speak to you now, your dear president has been endorsed by the National Executive Committee, the NEC of our great party, as the sole candidate from 2015. From 2015. And I must tell you that your success awaits you in the coming election. You know, in the PDP, we were about 23 governors. At the time, about 5 of them attempted to step aside. But you can imagine the number that we are now having today. As I speak today, Adamawa has become 100% PDP. As I speak today, the entire Ondo State has become 100% PDP. As I speak today, almost 15 governors of the PDP went to celebrate the re-entry of Ekiti State into the PDP family. And I know that with the support of TAN, by the time we are through in 2015 election, PDP will have not less than 29 states of the Federation under PDP governors. This is why we brought you message of solidarity to reassure you that we are with you. And above God, God is with you. May the Lord that assembled you take you back safely as you have supported a good cause and lifted the hands of Mr. President. May God lift you and your families. And for the youth of Nigeria, understand the future belongs to you. The president is there for you. And we, the governors, are behind you. May God bless all of you in Jesus' name. I thank you all.
Good luck now, you we know.
Celebrate the man. God's will that was done in Akwa Ibom. God's will in transforming Nigeria. God's will in supporting PDP. God's will in supporting Mr. President. Transformation personified. The man who speaks and you listen. A man with accurate statistics. A man with great value. A man with a vision. Great loyalty and sagacity. The chairman of the PDP Governors Forum. And all the governors present in this rally. God bless you.
I can see everything done in order.
Felix,
done in order for our good.
Felix, thank you. Felix, thank you. Your Excellencies, distinguished Nigerians, we are moving on. At this point, let me invite to the microphone the Director of Communications and Strategy in TAN to come and in his own way and style and words invite the next distinguished Nigerian. I won't mention his name. The Director of Communications, ladies and gentlemen, is Dr. Udenta O. Udenta. Please move forward.
Thank you, my brother.
Good luck, Jonathan.
Before I perform this task, may I welcome our delegation from the Netherlands, led by Mr. Oliver Wankwo, to just wave to the They've been with us for the past 2 weeks, working incredibly hard to make sure that we put up this show and to make it a huge success it is.
Transformation ambassadors.
Your Excellencies, every historic moment has its defining